and let me introduce them, because we'll have with us Javier González, he's the Open Innovation Manager at ACCIONA. We also invited Belén, Head of Innovation, Open Innovation at Mango Startup Studio. We'll have also Catalina, Balseiro, Director and Return of Innovation at Veolia, España. And finally, Laura Gil, Director for Digital Transformation at Damm. So let's ask them to join us. I think they are around. I don't know if they're shy around or they also having... It always happens something, you know? They hold the debate.
Yeah, because they're meeting each other for the first time. So they're doing open innovation right now.
There are no beers there. I mean, all the beers will be there from 7:30 on, but they always have a debate all around. Please join us into the stage. Thank you.
Mango?
Do you want us to sit down?
No, as you wish.
Okay. Thank you.
Welcome, welcome. Actually, it's beautiful to see so many women here on stage, and me and Javier here. It's definitely one of the topics that in the report that we just published with ACCIONA, we're talking about the increasing number of women in the innovation market overall. All right, so now it's time to do a quick introduction of our activities. I think here the common denominator is open innovation. You were in the back, so you probably didn't hear what I said before. But I'm going to show a little bit of if I can go back. No, I cannot go back. Okay. But there is a model that we normally use in our reports and in our way of defining different measurements of open innovation, where we define different subsets of activities within the open innovation arena, whether that is a CVC, where is a venture client doing, having different antennas or having entrepreneurship projects, right? And that falls within, company structure that may or may not, have innovation as a separate unit there. So to just get started, just explain where you fall within that organization of your company as the innovation unit, and maybe just a couple of quick notes of which area of innovation units you guys cover. And I think I would go, from my left.
Okay. So hello, my name is Catalina Balseiro. I am Director of Return of Innovation in Veolia. Veolia is a company that is focused on management environmental transition. And I belong to the innovation directions. We are within a unit that is the direction of new business models. And within the unit that I manage, we manage the venture client that is focused on developing tests with startups, and also a corporate venture that invests in startups jointly with the CDT, the public organization of the national government.
So what do you report to structurally?
We report to the director of new business models. That is the one that is focused on look for new revenues for the company.
And actually, I think, can you share what is your title, your job title?
My title is Director of Return of Innovation, because I am focused on...
Director of Return on Innovation. I think just the definition of your title, I mean, there is an expectation that something's going to happen. So it's a beautiful title. If I never heard of it, but I give you credit, I give Veolia credit to, to push the even from the title, what is expected from innovation. The calculation of return of innovation is one of the most complicated things.
We are working on this, and I'm really interested to see what's sharing.
So we'll talk about this, because it's one of my favorite topics. Please.
Hi, everyone. My name is Belén Rallo. I'm the head of Open Innovation in Mango. And we launched the Open Innovation area 1 year and a half ago, with the aim of continue promoting the innovation within the company. We are a totally separate unit that works in a transversal way with the rest of the functional areas in Mango, working very closely with them, understanding their needs, and trying to get great relationships with startups that, yes, help us to innovate in the company.
Since you're there, you want to explain just the introduction of how your program works in general?
Yes, we have a flexible approach, but the most common way that we are working with is the acceleration program. We have developed a value proposition with different benefits for the startups. The first one is the possibility to do the proof of concept with us, also co-creating the value proposition of the startups with experts in Mango in that particular field. I might name, for example, the last one that we communicated, Thickness, which is a startup that works with furniture pieces developed by 3D printers with sustainable materials. They are working very closely with the design experts in Mango to have not only a super cool solution for the printer, but also a differentiation in the design, okay? We offer financial aid as a convertible loan. We have mentorship for them, training with IS Business School. We work with them the awareness of the startup and the possibility to come to co-work in our offices as well. So this is basically the high-level overview of our acceleration program.
Then we're going to talk about how you talk to the different business units. So who is going to drive, really the selection and what is next, and counting what is the success in that process. Javier, it's your turn. ACCIONA has been working on open innovation for a long time. So give a little bit of history how that progressed over time.
Yeah, well, ACCIONA is a large Spanish company. We have many industries, presence in many industries, renewable energy, infrastructures, services. Basically, we created the Open Innovation Unit in 2016 under the corporate level. So basically, the aim is to support all the business units, no matter the speed, no matter the need. So you have a dedicated team to support these activities, okay? Just to work with startups, for instance. So we created our open innovation platform that is called iNovation. We consider it's an open window for opportunities to collaborate with ACCIONA, based on different business challenges. So because of a recent IPO of ACCIONA Energy, we split the business, the open innovation unit in two parts, one for energy and the other part for infrastructures. I belong to infrastructures. So, but this open innovation platform, that is iNovation, remains as a so I think it's a success case because you are putting the strategy on top of the organization, internal organization, right? So my role here is to support all the activities, no matter the business unit, but I report to the innovation director, and he's part of the CEO office, so we are close to the C-level.
Got it. And say that because I know you guys for a long time. In fact, I was with some of your colleagues in Sydney. You're very international by nature in also the way that you run your operations. And so for you, it's also very important to be able to support operation through innovation in different locales, in different regions. You want to talk a little bit about that? Because that's actually something pretty unique.
Yeah, because we consider that open innovation is not just to work with startups. So you need to have this framework for collaboration. It means that you have a methodology, you have the right fast track for procurement, early payment. So you need to have this kind of ingredients just to map and to figure out how could be the relationship between startups and the business unit. And it's something that you can extend no matter the business unit because, energy, infrastructures, services, mobility, they have different times, different needs, different speeds. But at the end of the day, you have this framework, and you have a collaborative framework with open innovation platform, as we call. You can extend this methodology to other locations and to even to extend also to clients of ACCIONA, partners that we can collaborate together working with startups.
I might just add, since we're there, that you also you care very much about the localization of the startup ecosystems. You support a number of reports that we do. Tomorrow, you're one of the sponsors for the report on Spain, right? Here we're talking about Barcelona, but just to scale it, you were doing something similar also in Australia. So data is something that you take it pretty seriously.
Yeah, absolutely. You need to know the ecosystem. It's not the same Spain than Australia in order to collaborate with different startups, because you need to understand the ecosystem. You need to understand the needs, not only from the startups, but also from the business unit, from the culture that you have. So we are very careful in order to align the expectations from different countries also. So I think it's a good way to support the ecosystem and to let the people know about ACCIONA as an innovative company. So I think that to be part of reports like this with Mind the Bridge is a good opportunity for this kind of awareness. Okay?
Good. Laura, you're Director of Digital Transformation, right,
Yes.
at Damm. How does that digital transformation and innovation work at Damm?
In fact, the Open Innovation area is within the Digital Transformation Department that I'm leading from 2016, and which depends directly to the president. So the factor of depending on the president is critical for me because that it's allowing us to accelerate this innovation process more quickly and efficiently, in addition to overcoming the corporate barriers that will likely damage the innovation process itself. And for me, it's important to highlight that the stage for a digital transformation, it works in two different lines, and one is data and AI, and the other one is open innovation. And probably when you achieve these two phases is a high level of digital maturity.
You also do investment directly, right, into startups? Is that
not a lot, but some investment. We are doing some investment. We recently achieved AI startup to accelerate our process of transformation, also in a data-driven company, and to accelerate of these AI processes and projects to add a lot of big value to our business. And we need to accelerate this new transformation. It's not only about digital transformation, it's about data-driven transformation, and it's a big cultural change again.
Yeah. How many of you, raise your hand if your company does also as a fund, does direct investment in startups? All of you, okay. So it's, maybe the structure is slightly different, but I think one of the key elements there is also to have the ability to go into the equity of startups, really to improve the level of commitment, also the integration. I want to talk about one of the key elements there that is kind of make it or break it, that the flow of information from either the business unit or top down, so it typically works either way. So who wants to talk about the pros and cons, the complexity, or the way that you structure the flow of information from the single business unit, their needs, all the way to your daily job or what your team does? Who want to start?
Okay. I totally agree with your point. I think the key for the success of the business of the Open Innovation Unit is to have a very close relationship with the functional areas, because at the end, we need folks that add real value for the company, and those are the experts, our colleagues from the functional areas. In Mango, we work with them in two different ways. First, bottom-up, understanding their needs, their challenges, their pain points, and making sure that we are able to find startups that might solve these solutions, those problems. And then the other way around, top-down, acting as an innovation radar for the company, making sure that we get the latest trends in the industry, the latest innovation, and bringing them to the company to make sure that we evaluate them properly. So
Both ways.
Both
But do you
ways.
have people within the different business units that are your champions?
yes, sponsors.
Yes,
I call
the
them my
sponsor. You call the
sponsors.
sponsors.
But yes, definitely. We have 5 different challenges in the company: the online and offline commerce, design and product, sustainability, that is one of our priorities right now, operations and logistics, and people. And we have specific sponsors on that particular areas, and the flow with them is almost daily, in a daily basis.
How do you incentivize the sponsors to be your sponsors or to be on your side? Incentivize. What incentives do you have internally?
I think the key here is understanding their priorities and making sure that the startups that we are scouting are aligned with their priorities, with the company priorities. So it's something that we are not annoying them in a way, but helping them to achieve their goals.
But you don't have explicit KPIs for them, for your champions, to help what you're doing, which I believe we haven't talked about your KPIs, but I guess in your case is the number of projects that then scale, right, within the company.
Yes, exactly.
So they don't have those KPIs.
Innovation KPIs, they don't have
not yet.
no.
Is it not yet? I'm
You're
telling you
right.
right now. Okay.
Yes,
Who wants to
yes,
go
yes.
next?
Okay.
I think in our case, so we need to differentiate the innovation strategy in general with the open innovation approach, because you can map all the challenges, you can map all the needs from the business unit, but at the end of the day, you don't have the right challenge or the right place to collaborate with the startups, okay? Because there are big challenges you can't solve with the startups, okay? So this is a bottom-up approach. So it means that we work with a business unit directly just to map needs and opportunities, but with 2 axes. One is feasibility, what kind of things you can achieve in 6 months, for instance, because it's the duration of our project. And
So do you do it every 6 months? Do you do this process, or you do it
6 months
randomly?
6 months is the duration of a pilot project.
Yeah.
But you need to work harder 3-4 months before the launching the challenges, just to map, understand, to align expectations,
Got it.
to let the people know what is a startup, the implications. It's not a supplier; it's more a partner.
So you're doing continuously. You don't do it in different times of the
more
year.
or less it's 1 year of work. But the duration of the project is 6 months. But it's not just to look for the best startup. So you need to align the expectations on how they can collaborate together, and also just to create this framework, okay, of collaboration. It's not so evident.
Yes.
Okay, and this is more or less the things that we are doing behind the scenes. It's not just look for startups. So we are very focused on the business unit, try to understand and prioritize what are the challenges that we can launch to the startup ecosystem.
How is that at Veolia?
In Veolia, we have different kind of projects. We have projects that are more focused on efficiency and in the business that we are currently managing, and we have projects that are focused on new revenue opportunities. In the first kind of projects, we need to understand really well the business and the current business that we are managing, and the communication with the people of the business is key. So we need to understand their needs, and then to help them to use new technology to transform the business that we are managing today. For the new business opportunities, we need a close communication with the top management, because are the one that focus on the business that we want to have, of the company that we want to have in the future. So in this kind of projects, mainly the communication is the top level, and then we need to have a base of the technology that we have today to build this new business.
Got it. How about you?
We are having a constant communication with different areas and business units. And we are very, very attentive to their challenges because they're constantly changing, and it's, depending on the context or the momentum. Probably some cases are our business impact challenge that we have launched past January. This challenge aimed to provide solutions to energy efficiency and raw material sourcing, and that's fruit of the consequences of the situation we are living. And another example is our bottom-up program, our Lab 1876 talent program, it's called. And we are promoting innovation among all our employees to seek solutions for the company's future and present challenges. And in this program, it's important to say that most of the board of directors members are directly involved.
Wow.
Both in selecting strategic challenges every year and also choosing the best ideas and then executing them.
Give us some example of great ideas employees have.
Yes, the last one is feeling good. It's a smart cup used thought to substitute plastic cups in festivals or similar venues. And it's a smart, you can pay with it. And
awesome. That came as an exercise.
You're working a relationship with the consumer, but also sustainability, and you are solving a problem with festivals or big venues.
That's very cool. All right, we got 1 minute each. Let's talk about success stories. And maybe with the two of you, we'd love to hear a little bit more about the case studies that are included in the report. For you, maybe Javier, just give us
Yes.
one success stories that can be
One example from our last edition with one challenge in construction. It's more focused on how to improve the tunneling process. So it's just to go ahead of the type of ground that a TBM, a tunnel boring machine, will have. So it's just to have the measure of the speed, the pace of this TBM is huge, the impact in a construction site. So we met one startup from Barcelona, is Salg, and recently we invest in that company. So I think it's the best case is just to one startup that fits in our challenge. We create this environment for collaboration, 6 months of project, and at the end, invest in the company. So we are partners in tenders. If ACCIONA is not present, they can partner with others, even competitors.
How much did you invest? Can you share?
No.
Obviously not. Okay, Belén, your turn.
Yes, for our case, we're very happy with Recobo and the relationships that we have built with them. Recobo is a marketplace that helps to solve one of the pain points in the industry, which is the textile waste. They entered in the accelerator last September. We helped them to grow. They are doing now pretty good. And yes, I think this is the first case and one of the cases in which we are very most proud of.
Because as you said, this program started a year and a half ago. And you do it in kind of a long period of time, some of the integration.
Yes, we have a custom program per startup joining the accelerator. We want to make sure that we add value for the startups. Our goal is not to have a lot of startups in our accelerator, but the ones that we pick, make sure that they leave the acceleration program with a before and after experience. In the Recobo particular case, it took 6 months, the acceleration program. We helped them to improve their technical developments, also the commercial and operational activity, yes, that they had. Yes, they went into our logistics warehouse, and yes, they work very closely with mentors in Mango. And yes, I believe we're helping a startup that helps to solve one important pain point in the industry.
Do you have an internal definition of success for what you do?
Yes, we have KPIs that work to make sure that there is, first, activity for the accelerator, okay? Also, make sure that we pick startups. and then that we achieve a good relationship, a good experience for both the startups and Mango in terms of proof of concepts.
So we're going to finish as we started with your return of innovation, right? What's the internal formula for your job description as the chief of return of innovation?
Well, it's something that we are working because I am new in this new role. That is a role of new creation in the company. Usually we measure more process indicators, number of projects, investment, things that really you cannot measure the impact. And now we are starting to measure the impact. We are working with the business to define different programs of innovation, and we are defining common view of the indicators that this program should have. This helps us to identify what kind of project we should launch and to have a common view of the impact that these technologies and these projects will have in the future in the company. So maybe we have a program that is more focusing efficiency. So if we have the indicators that are focused on decrease of OPEX or CAPEX, we have programs that are more focused on growth, and we have programs that are focused on revenues, and so it's something that we are working, and I hope that during the next year we have all this in progress.
They say easier said than done. I think already put that as an objective. I think it's a great success, right? So we've been working for years to try to track with some of our clients. Eventually, top line and bottom line. Top line is somewhat easier because you get additional sales from some of the integration acquisitions or investment that you do. The bottom line is complicated. Right? Because you need to
only to gather the information, to have the common word and the common language with the business to measure this. Yes, it's something that we are working. So I will be really interested to know about your.
Let's just finish about what is the biggest challenge in your job, other than being following your title.
For me now is to define a clear but also easy way to measure the impact on innovation. I think that should be also something that is agile, not really heavy.
Well, I guess everybody is working in open innovation will end up in your position. So you are in the forefront of everybody's mind. I think we're done here with the time. Thank you very much. Let's thank the finalists.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thanks. Thank you.